Okay, welcome. Thanks for joining me for another video. I do appreciate it. Today, I'm going to show you how I decided to record gameplay from Xbox. So, this is the best way that I found to record gameplay from my Xbox. I wish I had known this earlier. So, this was the one issue that I had with my Xbox, was not really being able to record my gameplay so that I can post it. So let's start by showing you here. We are actually now in a game on my Xbox, and I will show you in a little bit. And so just so you can see. So there are a lot of benefits of doing it this way. But unfortunately, this way is not going to work for everybody. So if you can do it this way, I definitely recommend doing it this way. This is the best way I've found, and there's so many benefits to it. I'm going to try to cover everything in this video very briefly. So hopefully this will help people struggling with this issue like I've been struggling with this issue. There are other ways to do this. Streaming from Twitch on the Xbox is one, but it actually gave me quite a few problems. So it wasn't ideal for me, and then I would only be streaming to record the gameplay with my voice. So it's a longer process than this. This is a more direct. Also, you can see I'm speaking on my microphone, which is a USB microphone. So this is the MV7 that I'm speaking into right now, and it's on my gameplay. So there we go. So I'm going to show you how I did this and then show you the benefits. It's really amazing. There's so many benefits to this, and I wish I had known this sooner. So let's get started. First, we will exit the main menu, and then you can see that the recording is not limited to just the game. So let us go home, and you're able to see my Xbox now, to see that I am on Xbox. So here's our first advantage, that you can see my console, and anything. If I want to show you anything on my console, you can see my console. So if you haven't already figured out, I am on the computer using OBS, recording my screen. So I always thought OBS was just a streaming software, but apparently you can record video. If you go down here, you see right here, this is how I'm recording. It shows me how long my recording is, my CPU usage, my mic. It gives me a mixer. So you see my game audio is lower, a little bit lower than my recording audio. So one of the benefits to this is the file sizes of the videos. Let's talk about this for a second. So if we go here and see, this is the video I'm actually recording right now. So this is being recorded right now. This video here, if you look at the file size, it says it's 398 megabytes and it's 21 minutes long. It's an MKV file. So I'm going to show you also how to convert it to an MP4 file so that it can be uploaded to YouTube or whatever, or you can do whatever you want. So OBS automatically records in MKV, which I wasn't too thrilled with in the beginning until I realized that it can be converted. So actually before we talk about file size, let's talk about converting that file. So if we go here into OBS and go here to file, the first one here that you can barely see is the it's the remix. So it's your converter. I can actually zoom in to show you over here. If I click file, there, the remix file, remux. I don't know if that's how you say it. So all you have to do is open that up, bring this down. Let's get this out of the way. There it is right there. So I wanted you to see in real time. This is a 20-minute video, how long it's going to take to convert this file. This button here is your remix file. I'm going to say remix because I don't know how you say that word. And it's done. So I click OK, and I'm going to clear my selected and close this because it is done. So now let's take a look. We have another file here, which is this file here. But now it is an MP4 file at 400 megabytes for a 20-minute video. If I go into the details, the properties of the video, and go into the details, you can see that it's a 1080 video, 1080p, running at 60 frames per second. So for it to be an MP4 file, 400 megabytes, that's amazing. I have files to compare it to so you can see what I'm talking about. First, let's get rid of this. Okay, now let's show you. This is a video file created from my Xbox directly, which was the first way I thought to do it. But the problem with that is when you record video onto a flash drive from your Xbox, it doesn't record your voice. And here you can see this is a 1.83 gigabyte file. If I click on properties and go to details, it is a 1080p video, a little less than 60 frames per second, not quite 60 frames. And what's my length? Oh, the length was up here. The length of the video is also 20 minutes at 1.83 gig file. This makes a huge difference when you're uploading it to YouTube. Huge difference. So this was a video, like I said, created directly from my Xbox. I also have videos created from my PlayStation. And if I go here to the PS5 videos, video clips, Fortnite, I think this one's a 20-minute video. Yes, 22 minutes. Let's see. I want to see if we can get a little closer to 20 minutes. If any of these are around 20 minutes, that's 52 minutes. Well, that's actually awesome. 52 minutes, 56 minutes, 7 gigs, this file. This 22-minute video, 2.85 gigs. What's this? 30 minutes, 3.85 gigs. 24 minutes, 2.96 gigs. Almost 3 gigs for 20-minute video. 22 minutes here, 22 minutes. We go to properties, go to details, 1080p, a little less than 60 frames, 22 minutes, almost 3 gigs, 2.85 gigs compared to 400 gigs for a 20-minute video. Again, here, 400, not even 400 gigs, I'm sorry, 400 megabytes. This is megabytes. This isn't even a half a gig for a 20-minute video, 1080 60 frames a second. So really quick, we can take a look at this video so you can see it is definitely 1080 quality. Again, it was a test video that I did to see how big the file size would be. And you see, oh, okay, let's not show you my information there. Definitely huge benefit. This will upload so much quicker and easier to YouTube than these humongous files. that I was previously uploading. So, one other huge benefit I found was the controller. So, here on my Xbox, I actually have my PlayStation 4 controller hooked up. So, that clip you saw that I was playing with and moving now, I'm using my PlayStation 4 controller because I am much more comfortable using it. Um, and I didn't have to add any additional software, although I am using the 8-bit Do dongle. So if we come here, this 8-bit Do wireless dongle is $19.99 on Amazon. This dongle allowed me to just, all I did was plug it into the computer. My PlayStation 4 was already paired up to it, and it allowed me. So I originally had tried to connect my controller directly to my computer through Bluetooth, but when I did that, the Xbox did not recognize it, so it wouldn't work. So I had that dongle laying around because I used to use it for my Switch, and it instantly, without installing anything, the Xbox recognized it, allowed me to use it just like the Xbox controller. For those that like the Xbox controller and like to use the Xbox controller, I know one way you can use the Xbox controller with this method is to turn on your console with your Xbox controller before you hit remote play. So I don't know if I mentioned this is remote play on my computer. But if I use my Xbox controller and turn on my Xbox before I turn this on, it uses my Xbox controller the same. Just the only difference is that my console is actually on, and that allows me to use my Xbox controller through my console on the PC. So if you like your Xbox controller, you can use it that way. I know Xbox controllers can be paired up to the computer, but I'm not sure how that worked. I didn't actually have to get into it because of this dongle here. Now, there is one thing about this dongle. It is for PS4, PS5, PlayStation controllers, Switch controllers, the Switch Pro. It says Joy-Cons, but I don't know why you'd want to use Joy-Cons. But there is a note down here, Xbox Series X and S controllers are not supported. So that's the only thing. It won't, because it was very easy. Just like I said, I plugged it into the computer set it up, and my PlayStation controller works perfect. So this will also work with PS5 because we do have PlayStation does have remote play, but to do this, I would have to have my PS5 controller hooked up to this dongle for it to work, which I do not currently have, and I prefer the graphics from my PlayStation 5 to the TV instead. So I'll deal with the high file sizes. Another benefit to recording this way is you can see my computer. So if I would have known this method when I recorded that video yesterday that I recorded on how to claim your content from your console, that would have been a much better looking video. But instead I recorded it on my phone because I hadn't done this yet. And so I had no idea I could do this. Like I said before, I thought this was just streaming software. So, and of course, as always, you can stream with it. I did link it to my Twitch, and you can stream with it and get overlays and all this stuff if streaming is what you're into. I don't stream so much, so this recording benefit is incredible. Like it's really changed everything, and I have the Xbox console to thank for it, because had I not be having these issues with my Xbox and recording gameplay, I would have never figured this out. So let's see. We went over file size. And the benefit of the microphone, like I said, this is a USB microphone that's hooked up to my computer, my PS4, and I can now use my PS4, so I'm not super horrible at these games. I have a controller that I'm comfortable with. One thing about audio that I'm not sure, but I did test, was chat audio. So I started thinking, okay, is my chat audio going to come across on the recordings? And I do believe that it should come across no problem, because right here, the way I have it set up right now, let me go back over to the computer. It's sending all my audio through the HDMI. But it does give me the option, because of my microphone, to select headphones. And you see here, it says Shure MV7. So I did select that as my output, although I didn't put headphones in, but I made a recording that way. So this recording that I have here, this recording here, is a recording with the headset on. Okay, we got control now. We're going to start the game. I'm going to let that audio play. It's going to be a quick recording, so you can hear that my audio is coming through. So, and also the sound from the game. Let's switch the audio to my headset. You can hear me talking, and you can hear the audio. So that tells me that the audio is coming through the headset, and it's still recording it. So I'm not getting any audio. So OBS is still recording the audio if I were to put it here. So for all you lovers of headsets, you can see here, headphones. Just send the audio to the headphones from the computer, and it will record all the audio. So when you put the output to headphones, it's going to record it. And if you look here, the Xbox is showing that I have a headset, so it is using this headset. So your chat audio is going to come through. You're going to be able to talk to your chat. And again, in that video, I was on the Xbox, and you could hear me talking, and you could hear the audio from the game. So it's definitely sending all the audio through the computer, and it's all being recorded, which is fantastic. So there's no need to stream, no need to just hit record, and it's going to record all the audio from everything. So this is just a super fantastic way that I found to record gameplay audio for anybody that's looking to do it. And like I said, if you can, really quick, let's talk about my computer really quick, because this is not a streaming computer. It's not a gaming computer. As a matter of fact, this computer does not have a graphics card. This computer is using onboard graphics. So there is no, I'll go here into Task Manager. And if we go, you see here, 55% of the CPU. I do have 16 gigs of RAM. My CPU is the Ryzen 5 4500 with Radeon graphics. They're onboard graphics. There's no graphics card in this computer. It's using 50% of my CPU, and what does that say? 4.6 of 15.4. Is that what that is? Let's see. Yeah, so it's using 5 gigs out of my 16 gigs, or 6. So I will show you. I still have remote play connected, and I have OBS recording again here, still recording. So I've been recording for 20 minutes. I didn't want this video to be too long. And my CPU is only at 50% with no graphics card. More benefits. This just keeps coming with more benefits and more benefits and more benefits. The way to do this is incredible. OBS is incredible. This was just amazing to me. I'm so happy with this solution. and I get to use my PlayStation controller and my USB microphone. What more can I ask for? So that's really all I have to say. Hopefully, I covered everything about it or any questions. But still, as always, if you have any questions, feel free, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer all the questions I can. Uh, but I can't think of anything else that I didn't cover. I think we can go ahead and shut this down. Again, this was the dongle I used for my PlayStation controller. It works with the Switch also, which was originally the reason I bought it, but I ended up buying a different controller for the Switch. So, so that's that. And then before I go, we will turn off our Xbox. And that is going to do it for this video. I hope this helps somebody that was struggling like I was, because that was a pretty big deal for me. And I guess till next time.